got kidnapped by an evil pipe organ.
Yeah,
That
and
you
I
fell
still
for.
don't know what's going on.
We
with
don't
my
know it's
character.
evil.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's evil.
Are you a good person when you kidnap people? No.
Hiding
That's
people's brains,
No.
probably not great.
I'm sorry.
Not great
I
category.
feel like these events are being misrepresented.
No.
The pipe organ did not kidnap me. I helped it
Yes.
escape.
Incorrect. Because you tried to leave and it said no. And then you played the pipe organ again, and the pipe organ went, awesome, we're going to go somewhere. I hope you're
No.
cool about it because you're coming. And
Look
then
at this
No.
smirk.
fucking here.
The fucking smirk
Listen.
on
Yeah,
that
that's the
face.
smirk on
Listen.
White's face, right
That's
there.
right. Yeah, he knows
Listen.
what's going on.
Because he's
The-
delighted about what just
Yeah,
happened.
he is.
So delighted.
The organ with the Stockholm brand, like, on the side. Like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
You
fine.
wouldn't do
It
that.
only summoned a bunch of ghost illusion guards to stop us from going up the stairs, attacked the shit out of me, and then was just like, hey, you're about to play the thing that's going to destroy me. How about we don't about it, and I promise you all these things. It's totally not going to come bite you in the ass later. How about I promise you to help you with this
How
thing
would
that
it-
you've been wanting to help out with?
It's not.
How I know that?
I don't know
I'm
what you're
just a
talking
magic
about.
pipe organ. I don't the question why I am a sentient artifact
Cool,
that can
works.
grant you wishes. That's never, ever, ever, ever been a bad thing when something that's inanimate can grant you wishes.
Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah, but she's prepared for it.
And I am
No.
prepared for it.
No, it
By
hasn't
the
happened for you in the past, so you don't know that it's a bad thing. It's
First of
fine,
all,
I
Pretty sure
if
it's
it
a
promise.
bad
does
thing.
happen to me, you have to have a contingency plan and a written contract of all the various things that it's going to happen when you wish for it.
Which
Wish
Jenna
for the
has.
powers of the world's most powerful sorcerer, and then what happens is a person from outside of the universe comes in and
Get the
goes,
finger wag
hey,
out, man.
what's up?
Yeah.
How is the organ going to sign the written contract?
You have a verbal contract. You can have a verbal contract. You can write it down.
Yeah, play a
in
G
writing.
flat and then a B flat, so I know you understand and agree.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, we tried that and my mind got hijacked. I don't fucking think so.
You
I
also
am
tried that.
so-
Your bird lives in your brain now.
I'm just enjoying the Jenna freaking out, the Ben trying to defend his clearly bad decisions, and
It's
Neville
not-
just
It's not just
I mean,
that.
It wasn't a
Smirk.
bad decision. It was
Just
an alt good
fucking-
decision.
It wasn't a bad decision.
it was
Out of character, it was an absolutely freaking terrible decision.
It was an absolutely
You were
freaking
trapped
terrible
down here
decision.
Forever. Wouldn't you do this if you were trapped down here forever? And I'm like, no, I fucking wouldn't. Because first of all, at least try to be nice about it. Because now you're an enemy.
It tried.
And I have fire.
Hi, kitty
And then
cats.
you
Anyway, I'm sure nothing
so many
Yes.
bad will ever happen to this.
flukes. There's a Rosie and an ass.
I hope you recorded all of that, Joe.
I did.
Oh,
Amazing.
Good.
that's not great.
And also, not for nothing, Suzanne's on my side. Suzuki,
I ain't on your side. I should lit that shit on fire.
I was going to, but it disappeared with our friend before we could. And Reggie's like,
Listen.
I'm sure it's fine.
Reggie.
If I was still there to reassure you, I would tell you that it's fine.
I'm sure that we can definitely agree with your not fucked over brain. I'm so sure. We can totally agree with you. The person who saw every desire that they've ever wanted play out in front of them. Mm-hmm.
No, there were some that definitely were not my desires.
Yeah, those ones were fan fiction, and those were a different thing.
Speaking
I
of
apologize
Stockholm
to Joe,
syndrome,
it's specific.
Oh, he
So that's
trying.
derailing.
I tried.
Got animated very quickly.
Yeah.
We will have new things to yell at each other about after
Oh.
today's lovely session. Oh,
You know, that's probably very true.
Oh, we're definitely about to.
Facts.
Okay, let's see what stupid shit we can do today. Let's go.
All of it. All of the
So
stupid
much.
shit.
So much
We're
dumb
only in a floating pirate city. Joe, turn your camera back on. We're only in a floating pirate city. I'm sure nothing terrible will happen here.
You know,
We're
we
That's
only
need spaces
blindly
as a
following a
part of
fey that
this.
showed up in the middle of the night no one saw with no questions about it. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
shit.
What
No.
could possibly go
Hmm.
wrong?
It's Sir Telever. He's
I
fine.
can't.
That's like the least concerning part about this adventure.
True.
Well, actually, we're not even following him. We're following the paper trail he left behind.
Yeah, see?
We're assuming it was Talavar.
We're
Into
hoping
a
it was
fucking
Talavar. Feywild.
fucking
Both of us.
floating bullshit of pirates who want to kill us. It's great. It's great.
They haven't killed us so far, but we have come up against a fucked up Warforged who apparently doesn't know how their own
Yeah.
cannons work, but keeps fixing them.
I mean,
Probably they're the same cannons.
props
Speaking of-
for ingenuity.
Speaking of which, let's see that Warforged.
Yay! Oh,
He's so friendly.
Isn't her name Jamina?
Yes.
Yep. Jamina Joy.
Girl's got to get a hat. Girl needs accessories. That's
She
all.
does need a hat.
Need some accessories.
Well, welcome everybody back to Leviathan.
I said Warforged Boston.
Hi.
Huh?
Hi.
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 Hey.
And it's called a bosun.
I know it's called a bosun. I read it as Boston.
Oh. Last we left our heroes, we were in Red's Wharf. We had turned in the information that we found from the cult house, brought Rokamira to Captain Ursa. The next morning, you learned that she did not make it through the night of her own will. However, you did get some strange invitations to board a ship and find this massive floating city called the Leviathan. You boarded the Busty Beluga with Captain Devin Poutine at the helm, led you into open water, whereupon you were attacked by some void as fuck shit going on. You were, after a kind of a slog, midway through the battle, this Leviathan showed up and helped blow the opposing ship away, but in the meantime, scooped up the Busty Beluga in an attempt to assimilate it into its own structure. You were pulled in, and you were greeted by this Warforged bosun, Jamina Joy, who told you basically to disembark because the ship is no longer yours and it will be assimilated. Captain Poutine seemed like, well, this might as well happen. And you guys boarded on board the Leviathan. So let's take you to the map. Yep. Guys, get down here. You had asked Jamina how to get to the Gold Gardens. She summoned a tiefling by the name of Alistair Ash.
You are cutting in and out. Zep.
Yeah, it's OBS. When I change maps, happens
Yeah.
every time. Is this any better?
What?
I'll think.
Is it getting better?
You're very far away.
How about now? Are we getting any better?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, not really.
You might be good
Heard
now.
that good.
Okay. Yep. I
Yay!
computer just had to catch up with me.
The grumble came through loud and clear.
Very Batman of you.
So you were led around by this bright red tiefling, slightly on the skinny side, smells like brimstone and fire and weirdly beard oil, even though he's completely shaven. Kind of a cheery fellow, kind of pulled you in from Maelstrom's Maw, and beckoned you to come follow him as he would lead you on to the Gold Gardens, and that is where we left off from last session. So, Alistair turns and looks at you all, he motions you forward, he says, come on, I'll show you the way, follow me! And he'll start leading you inside. Do you guys wish to follow?
I mean, yeah. Can't swim back home.
Are you sure you don't want to stop anywhere first? And maybe get supplies?
What supplies?
I don't know. Food. Iron.
Are you hungry?
No, but I might be in the Feywild.
I guess it's a good point. You're not supposed to eat there, are you?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Okay,
I think
great.
it's
Now
one
I
of the
can't
things.
eat in the Feywild.
Well, I think you can eat. I just think if you eat the food, isn't it something that you get like you get sick or something if you don't eat their food anymore? Or you only can eat their food, or you want to go back for their food? I don't know. That's just a lot of my knowledge is from stories that I've read, and I don't know how accurate that is. Professor, do we need to eat before we go to see the person we're supposed to see?
If you're hungry, I would strongly suggest eating something. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything stopping you from eating there. I haven't done a lot of extensive research on the Feywild, but I've heard rumors that maybe don't eat. But I've heard the same rumors said just don't go to the Feywild. So we're clearly doing one of those things. So why not all of them?
Are we actually going to the Feywild, or are we meeting her at the gardens?
It did say safe travel to and from the Feywild. So, but not in. It did not say in.
Maybe. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess if we need something, Alistair, is I know we said we wanted to go right to the gardens, but is there a place for food?
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm actually going to be one of the ways to get through the Gold Gardens. I'm going to be taking you through the Galliard. That's kind of, I guess, what you would consider our downtown area. It's got, there's some shops there and some places you can grab something to eat. Sure.
Okay, if it's not too out of the way.
No, it's right on the way. As a matter of fact, you have to get through the Galliard to get to the Gold Gardens.
Oh, okay. Great. I think, maybe. This isn't all gonna sink any minute, is it? Everything.
Alistair kind of shrugs and he says, I don't think so.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't have to breathe. It's fine.
So Alistair will lead you further inside Leviathan. He leads you up a set of stairs and lifts to this kind of subterranean-like neighborhood called Cannon Court. What you find is there are big sweeping domes. There's a lot of brick and stonework in this area. A lot of like industrial like digging type machines are here. You see the place is lined with seaworthy looking dwarves. Built in the remains of shipwrecks and hollowed out hulls. There's all sorts of public chambers, civic centers. Amongst the dwarves, you see there are some gnomes running around as well, and Alistair kind of leads you through, and there are a number of these dwarves and gnomes kind of watch you pass. And Narco, what you'll realize is that this is basically this is pretty much where the cannon is operated from. It's like this is where like the controls are to like aim and fire it to load it somewhere within this neighborhood, or all those mechanisms.
Cannon singular?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Cannon as in singular?
One big honkin' cannon, yes.
Narco's probably going to eyeball it and take a and compare the dimensions of the giant cannon with the actual performance against the Duck of Doom. She's just going to, and then remembers that apparently their bosun doesn't even know how it works. It's just gonna be like, oh, well, that explains it. She's like, they could be so much more dangerous, but they are doing things the most inefficient way possible.
So Alistair continues to lead you through this kind of dwarven chamber. He passing through the streets. almost like cobblestone here. As you walk through, the smell of just iron and soot kind of hangs in the air in this area. He kind of leads you through one of these back areas, leads you up to an alley, another set of stairs. It kind of crests over the edge of the Cannon Court neighborhood until it brings you into the gallery. You walk through these alleys, and it opens up into kind of a almost like a market square kind of area. These are nicer neighborhoods in this area, built with flat pieces of wood that actually make actual buildings. Kind of a New Orleans type of architectural feel in this area, with second-story balconies. Again, more public buildings. This part of the city is filled with a wealth of different seafaring beings, contributing to the chaos of everything going around you. So it kind of has like that feeling of basically a marketplace on a pirate ship. Gulls and Aarakocra fly overhead, and the laughter and occasional pistol shot can be heard in the background. Basically, when you think of a typical romanticized version of somewhere like Nassau or Havana during the golden age of piracy, this is pretty much what you've stepped into. So Alistair leads you into this area. He points off in this direction here. He says, follow down that alleyway and you'll come across the Gold Gardens, and trust me, when you come across it, you'll know you've found it.
How's all this?
Sorry?
We just passed a place that had, like, cobblestones and... How is all this floating? It seems like it's a whole city just... out there.
He kind of lifts his arms up in a shrug, and he says, honestly, I don't know. I just live here. Kind of nods.
Why do you live here? How do you live here? How did you even know there was here to live? I'm sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions. I'm just really curious and freaked out a little bit.
Oh, did some sailing, got some bad luck, and then some worse luck, and then some better luck. And now I've kind of come to peace with where the direction my life has taken me, and was able to kind of set up myself a nice little nest here, and I found that life here suits me well. You see, living aboard Leviathan, there's a type of freedom out here that you really can't find on land, and anyone who lives here, you'll find they kind of value that sort of thing. There's really nobody out here that can tell you what to do or where to go or how to be, but of course that comes with the downside of it is we play things kind of fast and loose out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
In a very vague type of way, I guess it does.
Vague?
Yeah.
What's vague about it?
Just all the different varying types of luck.
He just kind of shrugs and says, yeah, I mean, shit happens, right?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Anywho, so back there is where you're going to find the Golden Gardens. Otherwise, if you want, you can just make a beeline back there if y'all like. Otherwise, I heard there was some talk of you guys wanted to get some food. There are some vendors around here that will be more than happy to take the gold out of your purse, if you know what I mean.
Oh, because pirates.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't have any money, so...
I mean, well, okay.
I've got David.
Does
No
David-
one take him now.
Does David have money?
No, he is.
Well, Yeah.
So you're gonna are you gonna be here when we come out of the gardens, or
Probably not.
okay? It was nice to meet you.
Oh, it was nice to meet you too.
You're different and interesting.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Kind of in the middle of this conversation, you see Devin Poutine approaches Alistair, and he says, "Yes, so our job is kind of like to drop these guys off, and I gotta get this guy," pointing to Ares. I gotta get this guy up to Donamar. So you guys kind of ate my ship. Think there's a way I can get another one? And Alistar looks back at me and goes, "Oh, yeah, we could probably find somebody that'll sell you a ship. Why don't you guys come with me, and we'll see what we can find." He kind of nods. Devin and Kira kind of like look at each other, and they just kind of shrug. And they say, "Well, Ares, we promised that we'd get you to Donamar, so let's find a way, yeah?" Devin turns back to y'all and he says, "Well, great to meet you. Maybe I'll meet you again, maybe not. I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed your sailing aboard the Busty Beluga."
It was really nice until the duck and basically that. Yeah, it was great until that point.
"I agree. Well, see ya." They're gonna
Bye.
walk off, and Alistair says, "But no, really, if you need any other kind of direction or anything like that, Garthy at the Gold Gardens, if you're off to meet him, I'm sorry, them, they'll point you in the right direction. They're good people."
They're more than one person.
No, it's sorry, no, they Garthy is prefers a they them pronoun
Oh,
alignment.
oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Thank you for the advice.
Of course. And he kind of nods, and he'll walk off with Devin and Kira and Ares, leaving you to yourselves in this downtown market type area.
Downtown den of thieves.
Yeah.
Okay, so food and then to the gardens, or to just go to the gardens and talk to Garthy?
I don't know why I'm so worried. I just am. I think I'm just trying to like delay. So
It's okay. I mean, there's not really a time frame. So, I mean, if you wanted to take a minute, it's not like we can't take some time here in this floating bunch of ships that have walkways and a road. It's dwarves and building it, I guess, so I guess that makes sense.
Why don't we? Sorry, go ahead, Neville.
I imagined a lot of things I might encounter on my travels. She looks up at the sprawl of mismatched city on the ship, and she's like, "This was not among them."
Yeah. Wasn't it supposed to be like a ghost ship? Isn't that the stories that your mum was talking about?
Well,
I guess it's real.
yes, I suspect those are the sorts of stories spread by those who've come across it and managed to escape being assimilated.
Yeah.
They didn't seem too bothered by turning their cannons towards those pirates who said about us. So,
I wonder how they knew that they were the bad guys. I probably should have asked Alistair. He seemed nice.
it's entirely possible that since we come here on invitation from Lorelei, queen of the pirates as she is, we may have been marked out.
Oh, that's not terrifying.
Really? I was very scared of that, but I'm
No,
not sure of it.
I'm very scared about it and anxious about it. I just I thought maybe if I said it wasn't, then I wouldn't feel like it. But no,
No.
I guess it's a good thing though, because otherwise we would have probably all drowned.
You know, I didn't think to ask, but I suspect that the Gold Gardens might, in fact, be a, inn or tavern type place. So perhaps we actually could get refreshments there.
Oh, that's a good idea. We can at least look for it. What do you all think, Yuki?
I think taking a minute, as Reverie has suggested, might not be a bad idea. Kind of wrap our heads around where we have found ourselves. And she's just going to look around at this just cacophony of things that should not be floating. She's going to say, but you do have a point. We may be able to get food at the gardens as well. But if you would like, Reverie, we can take our time. At least a little bit. I don't know if I would want to keep her waiting too long.
I guess it can't hurt to just take a moment.
I say we check it out. We could always come back and grab food after. We don't have to walk into some sort of portal event or anything like that. We just see what's there. If it happens to be a tavern or an inn or a convenience store or something, then right. If not, then we can always come back.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Very good point, Professor.
Right. To the Gold Gardens.
Ren, what do you think?
She just BRB'd.
Thank you.
As you kind of look around and you see all this chaos happening kind of in this square, it's very much like a pirate haven around here. Very much a free-for-all, but there are a number of shops set up as you kind of look down the alleyway towards where Alistair pointed you towards the Gold Gardens. You'll find that there's a chandlery here, which is a shop that specializes in supplying provisions for ships. There's a weaponsmith, there's an armory, there's a sign that says Mystic Emporium, a curio shop, and as well as a small shop for herbs and spices. And several street vendors for food as well.
How's this on the way out?
Yeah, let's see where we're going first and come back.
Okay.
Do you think it is likely we'll return in the way that we came?
I've no idea.
Just from what I've understood, Fey shenanigans can be quite convoluted.
That's also a really good point.
Well, but we don't know that this Gardy person is a Fae. This is just someone who will be able to bring us to Lorelei. I think going and checking out the gardens and seeing what it is and what it holds, not, as the professor says, maybe not stepping into a portal as soon as we walk in, but getting the lay of the land, as it were, and then making a decision on food might not be a bad option.
I think that's probably a good idea, Yuki.
We never know. This Gardy person may be able to provide us with answers that we may not need to come back for food. You know, Gardy may have food. Gardy may be able to guide us in what next steps need to be taken.
Yeah, I guess going to visit him is probably, or they going to
They.
visit them
Them?
is a good plan.
To the gardens, then.
Okay.
So you pass through the square of the Galliard. You pass by all the different storefronts, shops, various places where there is no shortage of hooting and hollering and pistol shooting. You follow the alleyway that Alistair pointed you towards, and you make a couple of turns here. And as you get further in, more plant life starts springing to life around you. Various different flowers, different colors. The scent turns of one of like the deck of a ship with like that salty sea air to more of one that kind of exudes more of a floral aroma. As different colored flowers, their scents start to hit your nose. As you come towards the end of the alleyway, what you see is a larger than life grand entrance. Two giant doors made of solid gold built into the side of a large like oak tree or like a redwood, that like kind of like really really huge kind of tree like that.
Oh, well, that doesn't scream Feywild to me.
How is that even here?
How is that tree still alive when there's a door carved in it?
It's all saltwater around here.
All right, so who's hungry?
Ah, I don't really need to eat, but I could probably.
I'm with the professor. That does look very portally.
Okay, yeah,
Let's not step through until we've had a little refreshment.
a little bit. Okay. Ren, how you doing?
I am trying to listen for the screams of the Feywild, but I do not hear them. Do you think they could whisper instead?
Maybe.
Does the Feywild scream?
Well, the
Why
professor
do you
said
think it would be
that this
screaming?
does not scream Feywild. However, it does seem very likely that it is Feywild. So I'm listening for some other type of communication.
Oh, okay. I thought you knew something that I didn't know.
I do not even know my own name sometimes. It's very unfortunate. That is untrue. I usually know my own name. My abilities, however, we are still working on.
Well, you'll
Sometimes
learn
when I
something
forget
new
who
every
I am, I write it on my hand so I don't forget it again later.
That
You
is
forget who
reasonable.
you are?
I would find it difficult to find a type of ink that would write on my skin. Charcoal would not be effective.
Maybe we get you like a magical quill with a silver ink.
Singer tattoos on my body would be a very interesting design. I will have to think of that.
I bet Noriko or Yuki could probably draw on you real pretty.
Interesting idea. We'll look into it later, after food and Feywild. Bullshit, I believe is the phrase.
Oh, we're not supposed to swear. Yep. Okay. Food then?
I think I saw a table over here. They were selling something with turtle eggs. I'm not sure how they prepare it.
Okay. Trot after Noriko.
You follow Naruko to a small eatery. There's it's basically just like like the side of a building where there's like a window open to the kitchen where you can kind of like order kitchen service from. There are some tables spread out amongst under some umbrellas. Despite things just being kind of wooden and waterlogged, it's not terrible. There are like plastic tarps kind of over the tables. And the sign that you see above the kitchen window is a little sign that says Salty Jim's. Below the window, another sign, try our quote-unquote turkey legs.
No! That's awful.
Whoever
Hilarious.
said something, just it did not register because you went too high.
That was me.
Dennis dying a little.
I died a little bit. I just laughed a bunch and said no really loudly. It's hilarious.
Naruko is looking over the menu, and she knows beer and ale, but she's never heard of grog before. But just the name alone does not appeal to her.
Things that you see on the menu board: beer, ale, grog, turkey legs with the word turkey in quotations. There are things called kraken skewers, seaweed fritters, pirate's pickled delight, and rum infused dipping sauce.
Why is turkey in quotations?
I am not going to find birds here, am I?
I have to.
Maybe it's rats.
Everything else here, they're okay with naming it weird things. Why don't they just name it what it is if it's not turkey?
Questionable.
Oh, I don't
Who wants a
Mother-
fucking pirate pickle? And you don't want to tell me what this is? What part of the pirate is a pickle?
I will give you one guess.
I mean, technically any part can be pickled.
I would like one turkey leg, please.
You kind of approach the kitchen counter. What you see is a dwarf, weathered, long flowing beard, bandana wrapped around his head, eye patch over one eye. He grins at you, missing about half of his teeth, and he says, "Aye, turkey leg, eh? Yeah, I'll get you one of them. It's gonna be 1 silver piece."
All right. I don't like the way you smile about that, but here you go. You'll give him the money.
He hands you a fully cooked, full fish on a stick.
Turkey of the sea.
Why? Why can't you just say fish on a stick?
2 days turkey of the sea.
Why does it have to be a turkey of the sea? Why can't it be a fish of the sea? You live on the sea. You eat fish. Why?
Why do you
Are you
think
just
we
bored
call them
of fish?
turkeys instead?
So you just go fishing for turkeys?
Soda.
Yeah,
It looks really delicious.
I'm eating this, and it looks delicious, but I am not happy about the name. You kind of walked away chomping down.
Thank you for the ocean turkey.
Aye.
We're not turkeys!
It's okay. You can call it a turkey. I think the name is very clever.
I
All
think
right.
Yuki will step up to the window and say, can I have one order of fritters, please?
Oi, seaweed fritters. That's also a silver.
All right. Yuki will turn over silver.
After a moment, he kind of pulls this bowl out from behind the counter, and inside this bowl is, it actually looks kind of good, honestly. There's it's a mix of like different kinds of like roughage that you pull out of the sea. So there's like seaweed, and like other kinds of plants. I can't think of any off the top of my head, of course, right now. Other kind of plants you pull from like the seafloor. They are mixed in a light batter and fried until golden brown and crispy. They're seasoned with sea salt, and they have a hint of fiery pepper.
Ooh. Yuki will take her little fritters and she'll nod to the guy as she heads over by where the professor is eating his non-turkey leg.
You know, if you ever want to try real turkey leg, you come home with me. There is a dragonborn who sells the best turkey legs I've ever had.
Really? Does he have a store?
He doesn't need one. He runs between towns selling them all the way across the goddamn place. People come and buy it. I don't know how he stays in business, really. It's just him running all the time with turkey legs. I don't understand, but it's delicious.
That sounds exhausting.
I couldn't do it.
Nor I. How is your fish on a stick?
My fish is delicious. The turkey, it is not.
Or if I try a pirate pickle, would you have half of it with me?
Sure. I was gonna try turkey leg. Would you like to split that also?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good. And I will order a turkey leg and a pirate pickle.
He says 2 silver.
I'll hand over to Silver.
Thank you. Do you want the pickles? Do you want them dill? Do you want them bread and butter, or do you want them sweet and spicy?
What's sweet and spicy?
It's sweet and spicy. I mean, it's like a sweet kind of glaze that has a bit of fire to it.
Oh, that one sounds good. What do you think, Aura?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, that one, please.
Pulls out another full cooked fish on a stick, as well as another bowl that's a medley of the same kind of vegetables that Yuki got with her fritters, but instead of them being fried, they are pickled. The sweet and spicy is kind of like that sweet Thai Asian kind of sauce.
Oh, this looks amazing. Thank you.
Eh,
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name?
They call me Salty Jim.
Do you like being called Salty Jim?
What's my name? Why wouldn't I like it?
Oh, okay. I didn't know. That's why I asked. I'm Jade. It's very nice to meet you, Salty Jim. Thank you for the food.
Aye.
Scoot over with Aura to Yuki as a professor.
Guy steps up. He's probably last, but he's okay with that. He says, looking at the menu, I would like 1 turkey fish.
Right. It's 1 silver. Sorry.
Then hand over the appropriate amount of silver.
Hands you another fully cooked full fish on a stick.
Thank you for your service. And he goes to join his friends. Still eyeballing the fish, trying to figure out where to start with this. Do I start with the head? Do I start with the tail? It is already dead, so it should be no problem if I start with the head. What parts of this are easy? Let's find out. Hey, Ren, do you know how to eat fish? Oh, you gotta eat the whole damn thing, bones and all. Off we go.
Nice.
Oh.
Awesome.
You don't know how to eat fish. Off we go.
Does it bother him to have bones in it, though, is the thing. It's actually just extra calcium for his own
It is.
bones.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He needs all that calcium.
He does.
After a few moments of you guys sitting and nibbling on your food, you find it's quite nutritious. It's actually surprisingly really, really good. All of your hit points are restored.
Yeah! Amazing!
You know, part of me's happy about that, but the other part of me realizes that's a problem. We just found a med pack, everybody.
What do I have to eat to get all my spell slots back?
Another turkey fish.
Oh, it sounds like you should buy about 50 more fish.
Sounds like you need to start rebranding them.
He says as he comes over and says, "Well, at any rate, here's some grog on the house," and he gives you each like a shot of grog.
Yuki
Professor
will
toss
sniff
it back.
Yeah, Yuki will sniff it and then drink it.
Whoever's shooting the grog, give me a Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
Yes. Please be drunk. Please be drunk for this next bit.
Guidance doesn't work on saving throws.
Oh shit, that was a substitute, but it wasn't.
That was the test. You passed.
You
Oh, man.
feel like you passed, Professor, but it kind of hits you like right at the end. Like, whew, this is strong, and you start feeling a little bit woozy.
Oh boy, I'm going to be a fun drunk.
I can't wait.
Kate will sniff at her drink. What does it smell like?
It smells like fucking ethanol.
It smells like bad choices.
She's gonna
Oh,
push
I'm a
that into the
potato.
middle of the table. She doesn't want to be rude, but she also is not drinking that. Does anyone want mine?
No, thank you. I believe the fish bones are digesting as we speak, thanks to that concoction.
Good, I guess.
Professor, for the next hour, you're going to be under the poison condition.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh, that's so funny.
But other than the grog incident, like I said, you guys, you're all eating. You all get all your hit points back. And you can kind of sit here and people watch for a while as, again, just people coming and going. No one really seeming to pay too much attention to you. You get a couple of glances here and there, but they kind of just keep on walking. And I don't want to say they give you a wide berth, but they certainly give you your space.
You know, for a place that is just inhabited by pirates and such, I thought it would be a lot less nice. But it seems really nice here.
They're waiting till you fall asleep because that's when they get you with the mean stuff, you know, where they tell you that your hair looks funny.
But then you would be sleeping and you wouldn't hear it, though.
That's the thing about pirates, they don't even care.
Well, I don't know. Salty Jim is a really nice bloke.
Is he? Is he? Because to me, it sounds like he's trying to deceive you into buying turkey legs that aren't turkey.
But it was really good.
It was delicious for fish. It was terrible for turkey.
Well, I
It depends on what scale you're putting it on, because turkey that tastes like that is not good turkey.
Fish scale.
Professor, Would you like to have Jade's drink? She doesn't seem to be wanting it.
Why? Does it sound like I need another drink? You want me to have another drink? Why you want me to have another drink? Are you trying to get fresh with me?
You seem to be enjoying the one you had. I'm just mentioning that there was another one to be had if you were so inclined.
You know. And he kind of holds his hands out for the drink. If you have a flask, you put this inside it, twist a little bit of material up into it, and you ignite that, you probably have a pretty good flashbang.
We are literally close to the cannons for this conversation, especially in your current state.
That man over there is shooting off his guns, so.
So, Feywild, huh?
Feywild.
Is anybody else a little bit nervous about this?
I am.
Yes.
Very much
You all-
so.
You all talking about it is making me nervous.
Why are we doing it? I mean, we got this thing. He pulls out the pin, the black rose pin from his pocket that he's not wearing on his person. I don't know about you, but mine came with a little tag that says "gift given freely," but it's not really, is it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it came attached to an invitation, and that's the thing, isn't it? An invitation is an invitation to join on a thing, but it's also an invitation to decline if you'd like. So you tell me, when the fairy queen of the summer court invites you to parley, are you really free to say no? Because to
Obviously
me,
not. That is why we are here.
this
Correct.
feels like it isn't a gift given freely, but upfront payment for services rendered. Those services being attending her grace, Queen Lorelei, may she live forever, which she probably fucking will.
I mean, I don't think Fae people die, do they? So yeah, probably live forever.
I do not see why you are dwelling on this now. We have no choice in the matter, therefore we must merely press forward. Everything else will just account of its own ability.
Ren is correct.
Well, I guess
Well-
there is a bit of comfort in knowing that there's fuck all that you can do about it.
I suppose if a queen of anything tells you that she wants to meet with you, you're gonna meet with her. Or a king. Kind of hard not to, right?
So
I
what's
mean,
our plan going in there? Are we going to go in and just be ready to pop off? Are we going to be friendly? Are we going to sit down and smile and bow? And I've never met an archfey before. What do you do when you meet one?
I have no idea.
I suppose we should just be nice.
I mean, okay, well, our friends of the Garnet Hand, I mean, she was the one who reached out, right? Because that was her promise to us, was that she was going to help us get information. And she said she didn't know a lot, but she knew someone else who could help. So maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's just we go in and we talk to her, and she tells us. Maybe she tells us things that we didn't know we needed to know about, everything that's going on. And then we just leave, and we'll come back, and we have more fish, and we go about our business.
I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on the Feywild, but all of the documentation I've ever read all repeat the same thing, that in the Feywild nothing comes for free. Everything has a price. So what will be the price for that kind of information?
But no. I mean, I guess we go in ready to just protect each other in case something bad happens, and hope that when we come back out, if we come back out, nothing else terrible happens. But between now and then, doesn't the tide move differently there?
Professor
does.
shrugs.
From what I've heard, it does. But
You know, in the general sense, what you described there, Jade, is not too different from most of the adventures we've gone on so far.
That's also true. Nothing we've really done up until now has been super safe, has it?
No.
At least this time we got an invitation, so we know where we're going. Maybe.
At the very least, it'll be a nice change of place if the dangers are in, words and negotiations and not in knives and spells being thrown at us.
That's very true.
Therefore, it is progress. Excellent.
I didn't say progress, I said new.
I mean, it's just a different kind of fight, but a more polite one, and less bleeding, and less chance of anybody actually dying, right? So it's just... Okay, so if we do have to pay for whatever it is that we have to talk about, I mean, we have Noriko, and she's really, really good with making deals and writing contracts and things, and we have the professor, and he's really smart, and we have Yuki, who's just so calm about everything and knows how to balance stuff. So, with the three of you talking, maybe we don't... Maybe we could have... That's the best chance we've got, right?
I feel it is illogical to spend our time worrying about this as it is now. If we worry about what may be, we will never actually make it to what will be.
again, I agree with Ren.
All this talk is making me worry more, so maybe we should just go?
Yeah, let's just rip the bandage off it. Can I just say one thing? A suggestion, really. I think that once we're there, we should limit as much negotiation, discussion, and all-out talking to just with Lorelei. I mean, she was one of the thorns of the Black Rose, but that says nothing about the rest of the Feywild.
That's a good point.
And she does have a reputation here, at least to the people that she cared about, being honorable and such. So hopefully, if we can keep blinders on to whatever the fuck is around us there, get to her, talk to her, only her.
Right, only her. I think that's a really good plan.
Good. I'm going to need that second drink.
Okay, you can have it. Here you go.
He drinks it, gets up, dusts off his jacket. Let's go get fucky.
I don't really like that word. It sounds icky, and I don't know why. But I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming with you.
I'm sure it will all work out fine. Eventually.
Maybe we shouldn't let the professor go in first.
Probably a very good idea.
He's walking a little funny. I think he keeps tilting.
I'm not tilting. We're on a boat. It's tilting. I'm staying perfectly upright. 90 degrees to the horizon.
You're on a boat. It's called listing here.
Listing.
Ren, do you know boat terms? Is that hidden memories for you? Were you very big with boats?
I hear some. D20 says. Oh, D20 says he knows some shit about boats.
Ooh, was it like, did you work for like your psychopomp death god duties? Did you like run a ferry over a river full of dead things or something?
That feels both stereotypical and not very functional with my forelegs.
I mean, that might have been why you were reassigned here.
I do not think I appreciate the insinuation that I was not good at my job. Of course, the fact that I have died and been returned back to this mortal plane does imply the same thing. Sad noises.
Narka feels bad. She was hopeful for a second, and then it was sad.
I've been faced with my own failures.
Yes, no, but I think Arby should take the lead as our designated scout and most easily repaired friend.
But that's probably not a bad idea.
Narco didn't say most easily replaceable.
Easily
He didn't
repaired.
say that.
I think on the walk up this alley, as Jade is trying not to be overly freaked out, which is her general state of mind as it is, she's gonna fall back a bit just to make sure she can have an eye on everyone in case something does happen, because their plan is to make sure they protect each other. And she knows that she can do that well if she can at least make sure she has everybody in her sights. But she's also going to fall back a little bit to walk next to Yuki, and just going to look up to Yuki and Yuki, do you think this is a good idea? I mean, I know we don't really have much of a choice, but how are you feeling about all this?
Honestly, just about as anxious as you, but as you say, we don't have a choice. When the Queen of the Fae of the Summer Court requires your presence, there are no options. That being said, she did say we are under her protection. So I think we go and we hear her out and try not to make any deals, any slip-ups. We be gracious, we be polite, we be keeping our heads about ourselves and looking out for each other. We'll keep each other safe. As we have since we've met, we will keep each other safe. And Yuki will take her tail and kind of like wrap it around like Jade's forearm as they walk. It's just like a silent support.
Jade's gonna let Yuki's tail wrap around her arm, and she's just going to lean in and gently bump her shoulder against Yuki. And she's just going to say, I know that you're really fast, and you're protecting all of us all the time. And I just want you to know that the last time I talked to Papa, I made sure that I could get something that would help you, so that it's a lot easier for you to not get hit. So just stay by me, okay? If anything bad happens at first, and I'll make sure that I'll protect you.
Yuki's gonna smile, and she's gonna say, and I will protect you. It is unbelievably kind of you, Jade. Thank you for caring for me.
Of course I care for you, Yuki. You're my friend.
As you are mine. She's gonna smile in her best comforting and upbeat, trying to put on a happy face way. We'll be alright, Jade. You have to believe. We will be alright. We're together. We'll be alright.
Honestly, I wasn't too worried about it at first, because of all the stories, but then I guess that was before. And there haven't really been any stories since the big battle that happened. And people change. And we met Fedwin, and he didn't really get a chance to be the man he was in the storybooks because of all the bad stuff that happened. And I don't know what we're going to walk into with this, but no matter what, at least we're together, right?
Absolutely. And we don't know what we're going to walk into, but there's no sense in assuming that it is going to be bad. It could just as easily well, I try not to laugh saying it. It could just as easily be good that we go to the fucking Feywild.
I mean,
It could just be just as good. We don't know, and torturing ourselves with the what ifs and shoulds and maybes and possiblies is not going to be beneficial for us keeping our heads straight.
you're right. I'm trying. I don't know how you do it all the time.
Yuki's gonna kind of bump her back, kind of mimicking, her shoulder bump, and she's gonna say, "I just try as well."
Well, do you think that... I mean, I guess, again, we shouldn't be thinking about what ifs, but if anything bad happens, if something happens to me, will you take care of David? He'll make sure he watches out for you too.
Yuki's gonna get a strange look on her face. She doesn't like Jade talking about her possibly not being here, but she also knows that this means a lot to Jade, and it is a huge deal. So Yuki will nod, and she will say, "Of course, I will take care of David. I will protect you, but you also have my word that should things go terribly, I will honor your wishes."
Thank you, Yuki. And, I don't know if it works for anyone but me, but if something does happen, and you have to get to David, he has enough magic in him right now for you to call Papa. He'll only be here for a little bit, but it might be enough, just in case.
Okay, good to know. I will
Okay,
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But as it stands,
everything's gonna be fine.
everything will be fine.
It's definitely not a problem.
Not a problem. We will be fine. We are together, and we will keep ourselves safe. We will take care of each other, as we always do.
Yeah. I mean, I made it this far, right?
You made it this far, and you're going to make it so much farther.
Yeah. Just gonna give her tail just like a little squeeze. I don't know if that hurts you or not. I'm sorry. And just pat your tails down.
Yuki's going to chuckle, and she's going to say, "No, that does not hurt at all." She's going to, fluff her little tail up just to kind of, be like, "Ah, I gotcha."
So you approach these large golden doors that are set inside a massive tree trunk. You have Arby in front of you, the rest of you kind of waiting with held breath. What do you do?
Do we knock at the door? Should we knock?
I I would say we should knock. It is polite to knock and not just walk in. We don't know if this is Gardy's home. We were just told it's the Gold Gardens.
That is true. Norca, can you have... Go ahead.
I, for one, would rather knock and look slightly foolish than walk in somebody's home uninvited.
I think you are 100% right, Yuki. Norca, can you have Arby knock?
Oh, certainly. Arby rolls up to the door, takes his large brass fist, just goes.
So a knock on
The
the door.
microphone probably didn't catch that.
Yeah, I don't think I caught you. So Arby knocks. After a few knocks, there's about a heartbeat of a pause. Both the doors begin to swing open inward, held by two large golden golems, silently and motionlessly regarding you. Let's bring it to the map.
Ooh. New map, new map, new map. Oh!
Whoa!
Ready?
Inside, sweet and spicy incense fills the air, bringing with it an enlightened mood. Soft light filters through this light haze of incense smoke, and you can see pirate patrons of all walks of life laughing and joyously bickering with each other around a bar, areas of lounging chairs and gambling tables. The circular stairway winds around the room, leading to several different levels, and at the top is a simple velvet rope that blocks access to some kind of chamber beyond. As you cross the threshold, you are met with a human female barmaid, widely smiling, bright blue eyes, and blown-out blonde hair. Hi,
Yes.
I'm Elso. Welcome to the Gold Gardens. Would you like some drugs or alcohol?
Fuck yes.
Yes. Oh, I like that.
Multiple horses are not allowed to have drugs.
Well, your papa isn't here, is he? Well, he might be. I don't know. Either way, fuck it.
You're very intimidating.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be intimidating. I know I can kind of rub people the wrong way, but I can rub a lot of people the right way too, if you know what I mean. Welcome to the Gold Gardens. This is a pleasure den. There's gambling here. There's bars. There's food. Please make yourselves at home.
Thank you.
Yes, it's quite all right. We're looking for actually Garthy O'Brien.
Looking for Garthy? What's your business with them?
We have an invitation, and Narako will sort of flash the little Black Lotus pin that she's got.
Oh, I see. Oh, alright. Well, you guys make yourselves comfortable. I'll go get Garthy for you. Very special thing that pin is. Is there anything I can get you, though?
Water?
Water? Sweetheart, you know what we sell here, don't you?
I didn't know this place existed.
Well, I guess that's
Yuki's eyes are like saucers. She is like incredibly overstimulated. She's going to say, do you have tea?
Oh, yeah, all sorts of tea. What kind of tea do you want?
A calming one. A very calming one.
Pale jade. I knew it. I knew it from the look on your face. I will get you some.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, make yourselves comfortable. Come on in, and I'll be right back with that tea. Anybody else want anything at all? You sure you don't want
Do you
any
have
drugs?
turkey legs made out of turkey?
rolling for turkey legs.
Your guidance on that.
Give me high or low.
Always high. Better be high.
Sorry, just tuna. They're the turkey of the sea, you know.
So I hear.
Turkey of the sea.
Jade, feeling bad because this woman seems to really want to give them something, is just going to say, I was at a place called Siren Song, and they had a strawberry drink. Do you have a strawberry drink?
Mountaintop tea, is that what you're talking about?
She's gonna look at Yuki.
Yuki nods.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay, yes, one of those then, please.
No alcohol in any of it?
None for me, please.
We have just tried the grog. I believe it is still marinating within my
Woo!
stomach.
Make sure you stay away from fire for at least like an hour or something. That stuff's strong.
I
Dead.
appreciate the warning.
I fucking can't stand it.
Oh my god, I love Elsa so much.
Right?
All right. You all find yourselves someplace comfortable to sit, and I'll be right back. And she will. You see her start to scurry up the stairs.
I guess we just go find a place to sit down.
That would seem wise.
As you step further inside, the golden golems will gently close the doors behind you. And the scene in here, it is very reminiscent of the Siren Song. There are a bunch of people lounging around. There are those who seem to be taking patrons to private rooms. There are gambling tables, bars, all sorts of that kind of stuff. After a few moments of you guys kind of moving around and getting yourself settled in, golden golems will come, and those of you who had ordered things, they hand them off to you. I have one question for you all as you're here. Are you all wearing your pins?
Jade is.
Yuki is.
Yes.
Professor is not.
Okay.
Nariko is.
All right. So, you are brought inside, and you have a few minutes to yourselves. If there's anything you wish to discuss amongst yourselves.
Elsa seemed nice.
Nice is not the. Well, yes. She did seem very nice and very, enthusiastic. As Yuki takes a sip of the tea.
It's good. The tea is pretty good. It's good as the where you had it, the Siren Song Crystal Cove. Very similar. Very similar in its brew and its body and its flavor.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting you to be like, make a constitution saving throw.
They slipped a little grog into your tea.
Yeah, right? Because I didn't ask what was in the tea. I just asked for the calming tea. I was like, make a constitution saving throw.
No, it's just Elisa syrup.
Sweet. Nothing wrong with that.
Again, as you make your way around here, you'll see most of the patrons in here are giving you your space. But I would like everybody to give me a perception check.
Oh,
Here we go.
oh god, the shenanigans. I'm getting my dice. Hang on.
Hello, little dice. What type of rolls do we want to make tonight? Oh, shitty rolls. Very good. Thank you.
Ren didn't pick up on it because they're too busy fighting with the fish bones that are still caught in their maw.
I feel a little unwell. I'm sure it will pass.
My body appears to be in a state of revolt.
Darn.
You would think I would have had this reaction soon after returning to life. Perhaps it is a delayed response.
I would say everyone but Ren kind of picks up on this, and Ren, maybe with a little pat on the shoulder, can be directed to it. While most of the patrons in here are giving you, kind of your space, you do notice that there is one individual in particular who is kind of sitting and just watching you and just kind of watching your movements around the room. This person has beady eyes and a squid-like face with tentacles that come out of the bottom of his head. One of the tentacles actually is wooden like a peg leg. He wears a bright red scarlet cloak over a blue shirt, carries an intense-looking crystalline saber at his side.
Has anyone noticed that man over there keeps staring at us?
I noticed as well.
Does he have tentacles on his face?
We were talking about the tentacle-faced man, Ren.
Jeffrey has tentacles on his face. Why are you suddenly upset about this?
Jeffrey, do you know that guy?
That is racist.
It's not racist. I'm just
Just because he has tentacles on his face, he's going to know the other individual tentacles on his face. But Professor, I expect the better of you.
Well, for my defense, I know every kitsune out there, so there.
Jeffrey is not as social as you are.
Well, Jeffrey, do you?
Jeffrey just kind of blinks. You can tell his mind is like blank. Like, what?
Is this guy? Is there any indication that this guy is like radiating void in any way?
You can tell if you try and pop and detect magic.
That's going to take me 10 minutes. Can somebody feel something? That guy.
This maneuver's going to cost us 50 years.
I feel something? What do you mean?
I want to know if that guy's radiating void magic.
Oh! Yes. How far away does he look to be?
He's within range.
I will pop my detect magic.
Your detect magic goes off, Jade. You're not getting anything magical off of this person, but in the general area around you, this entire place is like seething with celestial magic.
Jade's eyes just get bigger as she sits there staring at seemingly nothing, and she just says,
Well, there's no magic coming off of him, but everything else in here is celestial.
Oh.
Celestial.
That's what it feels like, anyway.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I just was surprised that it's so much. Like everything.
I'm surprised that divine magic is the most intense factor here and not Fey.
do I
But-
sense any other type of magic?
Whatever else is in here, that celestial just kind of like overpowers everything.
If there's anything else here, I don't even feel it.
Well, that's something. Something very unexpected.
The man with the tentacles on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look like Jeffrey? Or does he look like something else?
Well, I have a little bit of an image here. Let me know if you see this.
Look at his little face.
So cute.
That's what he looked like.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
Is there perhaps a check one could use to identify if this is a unique individual or a member of some sort of species?
We can go with like Arcana. A lot of similarities to a mind flayer.
Oh, good. Those are canon. That's good. Naruto, after getting a better look, then sort of goes back and says, yes, so what that gentleman is an illithid, more colloquially known as a mind flayer, due to their dietary habits of consuming minds for sustenance.
That is not encouraging.
No. They don't generally have a good reputation. Quite the opposite. I would definitely recommend not engaging. And also maybe not thinking too loudly.
Oh no.
How does one not think loudly?
Okay.
Kind of as you say, recommend not
Anxiety spiral.
engaging. This person gets up from their chair. They're surrounded by a couple of others. And what you see, there's a dwarf wearing a bandana. There is like a There's a he's sitting with like a lizard folk wearing like Buccaneers garb, and a set of male twins that are gray-skinned barnacles, kind of on their clothes. Their hair just looking perpetually wet. This person with the tentacle face gets up and starts shuffling over to your table.
Not engaging seems difficult at the moment.
Oh no, maybe he's coming over here. Do we offer him a drink? I only have the tea.
Well, we could offer him, like, a hello.
Oh yeah, that's good. Hello?
He looks at you, Professor, as he approaches, then at you, Jade. His eyes look down at your pin, and he says, "That's a fancy pin you got there. How the fuck did you get it?"
Oh. She doesn't
Kind
like it
of.
when you swear.
No, it's really not the best words. We got it in the mail.
Mail.
Hmm?
Well, like one of those blasted modrons flying overhead all the time?
No, they showed up on our nightstands one day.
Yet supposedly there was a fairy dragon that delivered them.
With a mustache.
Why are you telling him all of our secrets?
It's not really sacred, is it?
Was it a secret?
That was a secret?
No, it's not a secret. I know what these pins are, and I know exactly who you're talking about. The fuck did you get an invitation to the Feywild? I've been on this blasted fucking tub for 20 years.
Oh,
Narco looks this guy up and down, and she says, "Well, I don't think your attitude's been doing you any favors on that front."
Yuki winces.
The Fae are very big on politics. if you weren't aware. My name's Marco von Kreutzner. May I happen to know yours, sir?
See, he kind of tilts his head as he looks in your way, Nariko. He turns and spits on the ground. This is Captain James Whitclaw.
Is there a reason you have to spit when you say your name?
He looks at you, Yuki, and he says, and he kind of grins, the little tentacles kind of flopping at the side of his face. He says, no.
Yuki smiles back and says, that makes sense.
Well then, we've answered your questions. We've shared pleasantries. As pleasant as they can be, I suppose. Do you have any other business, or are we done here?
Kind of takes a step forward to you, Narco. One of his like face tentacles kind of like brushes against your cheek, and he says, "You got a spot."
Okay, the second that a tentacle like comes within reach of Naruko's face, Arby is there.
Is Arby doing anything, or just kind of like interposing himself?
Arby is interposing himself, and he doesn't have weapons yet. But go ahead and keep going.
Oh, you really shouldn't try to touch someone without their permission.
As Arby kind of moves into position, the companions that Whitclaw was with all stand up, and you see they kind of start to approach the table. You see Whitclaw kind of backs off half a step, and he snarls, and he says, "We might not be able to touch you while you're wearing those pins, but I sure as hell don't have to be nice to you."
Don't have to not be nice.
I mean, you've already met that goal. I agree with Naruto. Are we finished?
Yes, your not being nice goal has been achieved.
His companions kind of start to bear around you, but at that point, you hear a voice from this level's landing kind of cut through the air. You hear it says, "James, we've talked about this, darling. Leave the nice folks alone, yeah?" Tracing back to where you hear the voice, you see a tall half-orc with an athlete's build. They are shirtless, with lots of thin-line geometric tattoo work around their wrists and biceps, as well as some floral tattoos on their midsection. Their head is shaved at the sides and the back with a little flop of black hair on top, with eyes completely black except for shimmering metallic gold irises accented with metallic silver makeup on their lips and around their eyes. They wear elaborate fabric-heavy harem pants and fine boots with a myriad of belts and straps. You see Whitclaw looks up. His crew kind of starts to back off. And he says, Yeah, we were just leaving, right, boys?" And his crew just kind of nods. They relax their stance and they kind of give you that little bit of a side stare as they make their way out the door.
Is it possible to think really loudly at a creature who reads thoughts? Like,
Sure.
is that a thing you can do?
Sure, why not?
As he leaves, Naruko thinks very loudly in her mind. Perhaps it would be wise, when confronting someone who has achieved a position you have not, to not find out the hard way how they got there before you.
Narco summon.
There's a bit of a pause and a grunt, but they say nothing else. continue leaving out the door that you guys just entered in through. Meanwhile, this half-orc approaches you. And they say, I understand you darlings were looking for me. And as they kind of scan each and every single one of you, I would like y'all to give me an insight check.
$22 for Jade.
Time for new dice.
Let's see. Jade and Yuki. I believe you are the only ones that would catch this. As their eyes kind of scan over you and kind of greet you, there is a pause. You guys notice that their eyes kind of stop on Ren for a moment. And in that heartbeat of a moment, you pick up almost a glimmer of recognition.
Oh.
Maybe Ren does know about boats.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, Garthy's doing the classic darling shtick for a lot of sirens, so we shall see.
They say, welcome to the Gold Gardens. I am your host, Garthy O'Brien. And I understand you are looking for me.
Yes. Hello.
I must apologize for Captain Whitclaw's behavior. He's a bit rough around the edges, as I'm sure you've already noticed. He, likes to start fights sometimes. Kind of a surly sort. Wouldn't you agree?
They seem sad.
Oh, but I don't know if I'd quite say sad.
I'm genuinely surprised that if that's his typical demeanor, he hasn't picked the fight that ended him before now.
Well, he is tougher than he looks, I promise you that. Nothing I can't handle. So you are quite safe while you're here. I can promise you.
Well, as to why we are here in the first place, we are answering an invitation.
Oh, an invitation, is that so?
Narco flips up the card that was sent and passes it over for Garthy to inspect.
Yes, I see.
Were you
Interesting.
expecting us?
Oh, truth be told, not really, but I'm not really surprised either, darlings. Well, it appears, you all have some place to be. So happens
is
I
not-
can help you get there.
Really?
Are we in danger?
No. No, the invitation expressly states that you'll have safe passage to and from the Feywild.
What about in?
That.
I forgot if the invitation expressly states that.
It does not.
Says protection to and from.
They kind of click their tongue.
Oh, and it says, and during your stay. It says full
Ah.
protection of the Court of Summer during your stay. I have mine in front of me.
Well, you do have the promise in writing, darling, so I would say yes, you would be quite safe. From harm, anyway.
What
Can I
what
get
other things would we
What the
not
fuck?
be safe from?
What qualifies as not safe if it's not harm? I don't.
Am I not safe from help?
I heard someone wants to make an insight check.
Hey,
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
All of us?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
go
that's
Okay.
ahead.
all right. Nope.
You know what? I'm gonna spend my inspiration.
Hey.
Okay, Des. I feel betrayed.
Ren finally knows something!
yeah.
Ren for sure. Yuki. Garthy's telling the truth. They believe. Not they believe. They know that you will be. You'll have safe passage to and from the Feywild. You'll be safe. While you are staying there. And basically that safety means that you will be safe from harm. Now, your own self-inflicted psychological torture is another story, but no outside force will be inflicting any harm or danger upon you if you have those words in writing. Yes.
Seems reasonable enough to me.
Just one question, Garthy.
Yes, darling.
She's gonna look at Aura and the professor and say, is it true? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with many of the ways of the Fae. Is it true that you should not eat food if offered while there?
They
Or
kinda
does this count as protection against anything that food would cause? It's all very confusing.
They grin and they say, "Well, darling, it depends on how it is offered to you. Why don't you follow me to my office and we'll discuss this more."
Right.
Okay.
Ren leans over to the professor. Is that a test? Or is that a test if they test him? Are we supposed to do something special here? I do not know.
I don't know.
Oh.
So
All right. We're going to Fey boot camp.
Yep.
So with a smile, Gardy leads you to the top of the circular stairs and past the velvet rope at the top level. They touch a set of celestial runes that are set into the door on the chamber beyond. The doors open into a personal quarters that is part bedroom, part office, and part hookah lounge. You see, as you go inside, there's this kind of like inset seating area, comfortable seating area, kind of centered around a large hookah setup. Gardy walks in, kind of invites you to follow after them. And I say, please, avail yourselves of the hookah if you so wish. And they kind of plop down on one of the cushions surrounding this hookah, takes up one of the spouts and starts like puffing on it a little bit. You all seem so tense. I promise you have nothing to worry about.
I worry about a lot of stuff. Just gonna be completely honest. Most things every day. This is not an everyday thing, so it's more worrisome.
You are the nervous type, aren't you? I can tell.
Pretty much. She'll take a seat next to Yuki and Aura.
Our track record over the past week or so has also not given us the most confidence.
Oh,
We've been in a fight like every other couple of days.
It was not of our making. We've periodically been attacked.
We meet friendly
Except
people
for that
too.
once.
Yeah. Some of the friendly people turn out to not be friendly later.
Yeah, and then some of the sad people decide to melt the jaws off, and then you can't help them, and that's just gonna haunt me forever. Yeah.
Gardy grins and they say, "Oh, you can trust me. There are a lot of people that do tend to be what they are not. A lot of that going around, they say, as they kind of scan around. But I'm not one of those people that would be trying to trick you or dupe you to see if you would try to harm you in any way. I am truly here to help you relax, and isn't
Which
it
you
so
do realize
nice?
is exactly what someone who wanted to bait us into a trap would say.
And Garthy says,
Yeah.
but isn't it so nice to be able to relax and let your hair down? And they begin to smooth their hair back. And as they do, their form begins to change and shimmer into that of a slender, pale-skinned half-elf male with long, dark hair and eyes with purple irises.
Okay, what just happened? That just happened. That just happened.
He kind of smiles and he says, sorry for the deceptions, love, but I promise I do have my reasons, and it is not to harm you. I promise you that you are safe here. I will swear up and down.
Well, where's Garthy?
Oh, God, he went on vacation. I told him to take a little trip.
What? We were supposed to meet with them.
Yes, you were supposed to meet with them, and what a coincidence while I'm here to run into you all, who have an invitation to go visit the bitch queen herself.
Everyone is swearing a lot right now, and I just don't think that's the best idea to do that.
Oh, no, Jade, you didn't say your name. Never mind, he doesn't know your name. He says, no, please, don't worry. I do say that to her face, love. And when she's in the right kind of mood, she enjoys the negging, if you know what I mean.
No.
I am confused. What is going on here?
So we're actually supposed to meet with you?
He holds a finger up to you, Jade, and he says, we'll get to that. And then he turns to Ren. And he says, kind of addressing the room, he says, oh, pardon my bad manners. Caladro Maximilian at your service, proprietor of the Sirens Club. Very, very, popular club throughout all the world. I'm sure you're aware, and I'm sure you are aware yourself, Ren. It's been a very long time since I've seen you. I thought you dropped off the face of the earth, love.
Ren's eyes kind of like shimmer. You know me.
Yes, of course I know you. Oh, you're trying to do the thing where you're trying to distance yourself from where you went, no, I get it, I understand. You know what? Don't worry, I understand, we never met. I get it. I got it.
Wait,
Message received.
no.
What?
Wait, no. What? How do you know me?
How do I know you? Did you take a fall and hit your head or something, love? You worked for me.
I worked in the Silent Zone?
You did for a time, yes.
That doesn't sound like me.
Yes, you did for a time. Well, you were particularly drawn to the plants, I believe.
That does sound like me.
Yes, had quite a few of them. After a few days, you hadn't shown up. I had asked the others to kind of take care of them, and well, I don't really know what happened to them after that. But Dave's still around.
Dave?
Yes, you had a singing plant.
I have a singing plant?
Yes.
Do
you really
Mr.
not
Max?
know? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Ren sort of
died.
I was going to say materialized about a week or so ago under mysterious circumstances and appears to have lost most of their memory. Most likely due to death, but that's still speculation. Mostly.
Oh. You died and you came back. Well, I suppose that's as good as reason as any to not be able to recognize me or yourself. Listen. I still have your quarters the way you left them. Whenever you're done with He kind of like waves his hand in the air. All that business. Go ahead and stop by the Siren Song at the Rose Coast, love. Whatever you had left there, I did keep in storage, although I have had to repurpose the room, sadly. You have been gone for quite a while. But I just figured that you did your job with me, and then you hung around for a little while, and you were done, and you left, and you were off in the wind, as they say, and as some of them do, and as is your right, of course, love.
Not only that's what I was, dust in the wind. I would speak with you more on this to try to regain some memories of what I was.
Yes, I'm sure you know so much about like where Ren came from and what his aspirations were and everything. And I realize I'm assuming that Ren talked to people. Okay, never mind. This sound. I realize how foolish this sounds.
Well, where he came from, love, I can't really say. Don't ask, don't tell sort of situation. People just come to me as they do. But aspirations and things like that, sure. Be happy to chat as, when you have the time.
Is there any way you could help Ren remember? I mean, clearly you are a very powerful spellcaster person.
He kind of grins and he goes to like pop his collar, but then realizes that he's still not wearing a shirt.
Yeah, Jade is doing her best to look everywhere but at him right now. Doing that the whole time. And now it's more awkward for some reason because the tattoos aren't there to distract, to make it pretend like there's a shirt.
He looks at you, Yuki, and he says, "Oh, apparently my reputation has preceded me as one of the great heroes of the realm, has it not?"
Yes, that. All of that.
Volume 2.
Volume 2?
Yep.
Volume 2 of what?
Of the storybook.
What storybook?
The Thorns of the Black Rose.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes. Quite an epic tale, is it not? I wind up looking like the hero in that one, too. No big deal.
Uh-huh. Can you put a shirt on?
Oh, of course. He kind of gets up and goes to like a closet. He puts like one of his velvet shirts on. Consent is important, of course.
Right.
So, you're off to see the bitch queen. How wonderful.
Wait, you didn't answer if you could help Ren or not.
Oh! Could I help Red? I can try. I promise that I will do what I can. Memory magic not really my thing, but maybe I'll make some calls to see what I can do.
Make some calls.
Yes, he holds up like a sending stone.
Oh. Ren's just tilting his head back and forth trying to make sense of all this.
An excellent pyramidal lunch. Anyway, oh yes, so you asked me about Garthy. Well, you see, I kind of found my way to Leviathan here, and I found that Garthy was kind of... he's got a gate to the Feywild, I'll just come out and say that. You probably have pieced that together already, loves. Ever since Lorelei became the Sun Queen, I've heard these rumors of Leviathan, and, well, it just kills me not to know any bit of information myself, love, so I had to come out and see what it's all about, and, me being who I am, I was able to charm my way on inside, speak to Garthy, lovely fellow, told him he needed some time off, he sought things my way, and he's off traveling somewhere. I haven't asked where.
Can I insight check to that, please?
Sure!
Did Garthy see it his way?
After a few spells? Sure.
Galadriel seems to be completely truthful in what he's saying.
Okay.
So here I am, and I had to learn all about Leviathan, and I had my suspicions that Lorelei was tied in somehow, and, well, now I have, thanks to you, confirmed them. He kind of gives you a smile.
Narco's face kind of falls for a bit. It's like, so, if Lorelei sent this message with our intention to meet Garthy, which let's assume is supposed to be the actual Garthy and not you, is that going to present a problem for us being able to actually make it to her?
Oh, no, not at all. I can send you there. Not a problem.
Uh-huh. And is she going to be pleased to know that you are now snooping around this ship that apparently she had interest in and you didn't know about before you came aboard?
He grins very widely, and he says, probably not. It's going to be great.
Okay.
But don't worry, loves. That's on me. That's not on you.
No, but if she's in a sour mood when it's time to meet her, that will be on all of us.
Oh, well, there is one thing you can do when you get to the other side, then. It'll definitely cheer her day up. Make sure that when you get there, you wish her a happy birthday. It is her birthday today.
I'm not even going to make an insight check. I do not believe this fucker.
Hard. I made the check. Also, Ren is going to look at him. Were you like this when I was employed by you as well?
Oh, love, I haven't changed in years.
What was I employed doing exactly?
You just did, like, literally right in front of our eyes.
What? Oh, well, I mean, physically, sure. As far as what you were doing, Ren, you like to experiment with herbs and plants and different kinds of potions, and dare I even say maybe a poison here or two there, but you didn't hear that from me.
That was a useful skill at the Siren Song? That doesn't seem to align with your mission statement, I suppose.
Well, perhaps not so much in the club, love. More clandestine operations, perhaps? A tale for another time.
Huh.
At any rate, she will be pleased as punch to see you. I can promise you that because you have her invitation and you answered it correctly, might I add. So,
Oh, so that was a bad choice I made.
well, no, you always have the choice, of course, but you see, loves, not accepting the invitation just means that you're going to go there anyway. You just may not like the means of conveyance. Archfades are a fickle sort.
Told you.
Speaking of which, when you get into the Feywild, I am obliged to warn you that there are several rules that you must not cross. Now, take your notepads out and listen closely, loves, because this is going to be very important information. Rule number 1, and this is probably the most important rule. If you don't remember any of the other rules, perhaps you must remember this one. Do not give them your name. Names have power, even yours. If they come up to you and say, please give me your name, you say, no, but you may call me, and then whatever your name is. Because you're not giving them permission to have your name, but you're giving them permission to say your name. Semantics are a very big thing in the Feywild. Are you getting all this?
I'm writing it down. She has her book out and she's scribbling furiously.
The second rule is to never say thank you or sorry, because this implies to a Fey that you owe them a debt. And they will cash in on the debt at the most inopportune moment. They always do.
I'm sorry, why can't we say that?
Because it implies that you owe a debt to them. They take it
I don't understand.
They take it as meaning that you owe them something. Listen, I don't make the rules, I just follow them.
You do not follow the rules. Demonstrably.
You're absolutely right, I don't. But in the Feywilds, extra precautions are definitely needed, love. The next rule. Don't accept a gift Unless that gift is stated as freely given, there are always strings attached, and you may find yourself in the service of Fey if you accept a gift, even if it's not specified that it is freely given. You'll do well to keep that in mind too. And then there's the normal: be polite, don't be rude, they hold grudges, make sure you keep your promises, make sure you pay your debts. One interesting thing about the Fae, and oh, I love this so much, is that the Fae cannot lie. They can't tell you a lie. But that doesn't mean that they'll tell you the full truth either. Remember, semantics and wordplay, very important. It's almost like dealing with lawyers, really. But these are like
To
the worst kind
clarify.
of lawyers. Yes.
You are not Fae,
No, I had not.
but everything you are saying is the truth.
Yes.
But you are capable of lying.
Oh, I am, and I'm very good at it, but I promise you I am not doing it now. Listen, I don't want to see you hurt in the Feywild. You're going in front of the fucking Summer Queen.
Friend's eyes again dim and glow brighter. He goes back to making mental notes.
Yeah, Kenneth would be great to have right now.
Plus, you are at the Golden Garden, and I did give Garthy my word that anyone who passes through those doors would be safe, and you obviously have the pins and the invitations that promise you safe passes to and from and while you're there. So, yes, I don't want to draw that kind of ire by leading you astray.
You told us everything that's happening in the Feywild and what to do and what not to do, which is very helpful. Thank you for that.
You better not
You're
say
not
that in the
supposed to do
Feywild.
that.
You can say that to
Ow.
me. I don't care. I don't. It's not me. But don't make sure
Right.
you don't say that in the Feywild.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of conflicted information from you about the Queen. What
Oh.
should we do when we meet her? So meet her and tell her happy birthday, and then
Ugh. Well, just don't be rude to her. Trust me, she will talk. And she will talk. And she will talk. Don't worry, loves, she will definitely direct the conversation, I promise you that.
do you know why we got the invitations?
Love, I just got here a few days ago. No, I have no idea why you're here or why she wants to see you.
Oh. Okay.
One thing you didn't cover, the food issue?
Oh, the food, right. It goes along the lines of that gift thing, love. If they state that it's given to you freely, it's fine. Fine to eat, but if it was just out there and they say, oh, have some, that's not an invitation to take it freely, they likely expect something in return, and then they kind of have you in their grips, so... If it's offered to you freely, sure, no problem, but otherwise there's likely to be some kind of strings attached. Just follow the rules for gifts, and you'll be fine.
Got it.
I'm just gonna not talk.
Sometimes that is a valid stance to take, love. So,
Alright.
any questions before I send you off then? Are you sure you don't want any drugs? They have really, really good drugs here.
I'm not allowed to have drugs.
Not allowed? This is a pirate fortress. You're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want here.
I would like to not allow myself to not have drugs.
Well,
Maybe
that's fair.
when we get back, we will partake in some. For now, I think keeping our wits about us is probably best.
You with the side satchel and the creepy little octopus friend. You want some drugs?
Yes, something to take the edge off of poisoning. Before I go to the land of time not passing.
Oh! Well, sure. He goes. Cal kind of goes over to the hookah and he starts kind of adding like this little green herb to oh god, to like the tobacco that's inside. And he says, "Take a puff of that, and I promise you will feel relaxed."
He comes off of mute and then he does as he's instructed.
Excellent work.
As you inhale the smoke of this, you it feels like your limbs you feel like your limbs are like elongating a little bit. You feel just this kind of like,
Okay.
you feel kind of like this almost like this draining kind of feeling. But it's like feeling all of the tension in your body kind of leave through your feet. And the effect of this is that you will have disadvantage on perception checks, but advantage on wisdom saving throws for the next hour.
Let me write that down.
Well,
So what's the advantage?
advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Thanks.
Well, loves, any other questions or anything else before I send you through the gates?
Will we come back here?
Well, I suppose that depends on where you want to go afterwards. I honestly don't know what power Lorelei has to send you places, but I can tell you she has a standing invitation to any siren song. She can at least send you to any siren song in the world.
Oh. Okay.
Mr. Maximilian, do you have any sort of permanent mailing address by which we could get in contact with you should we need it?
Oh, collateral is fine, though. Mr. Maximilian, ugh, it's so formal. If you send a missive to any siren song, it will make its way to me, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well,
And
Narco looks to the rest of the group. Shall we?
yeah, I think so. Ren, are you okay to go? I know you kind of got a lot of information all at once.
That information does not change our immediate goals, but I will attempt to seek you out to find additional information and see what remains of my quarters.
Ah.
Rose Coast, you said?
Rose Coast, love, yes.
Very well. I appreciate your assistance in this matter.
He kind of grins, and he gets like a little bit of look of pride on him, and he says, "Same old Ren, always with your eyes on the prize."
Interesting.
I would actually be very interested to hear more Red stories. Our immediate business is done.
Well then, perhaps our paths will meet then again in the near future. Are you ready?
No! But, yeah, I guess so.
Cal kind of nods. He walks over to where the hookah is, and he kind of slides it over to the side, revealing a silvery pentagram drawn in chalk on the floor underneath it. See,
I should know it underneath the thing.
What? Oh, it's a spell form. Celestial in nature.
Oh.
Garthy did tell me how to use it before he left. He said just in case. I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to need it, but wow, look at this, right? Now, how the fuck did he tell? You see, he kind of like starts checking his pockets, and he looks
God.
lost for a moment.
Oh no, we're gonna end up somewhere else, aren't we?
He takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Galadriel, epic level bard, access to the wish spell. You know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'm gonna gather up some tokens here.
Oh, fun.
I've told you,
Oh, geez.
I love the juxtaposition of him being all powerful and all knowing and forever bumbling something.
It is
It's
great.
fabulous.
Phenomenal cosmic power. The fuck did I leave my journal?
Basically. See, after a moment of searching, he pulls out a single black rose. He says, "Oh, found it. I found it."
Leaning into to Yuki and Naruko. How do you misplace a full rose?
There's so many things I don't know right now. That's the least of the don't knows.
I was watching very closely. I'm pretty sure his pockets are extra dimensional spaces.
Oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. I was very, very worried for a moment.
So he takes the rose out and he kind of like touches it to his forehead for a moment. He closes his eyes and he kneels on the floor where this pentagram is, and he goes, "All right, here we go." And he touches the rose to the pentagram on the floor, waits about half a beat, opens his eyes, realizes nothing has happened. He kind of looks around nervously. Oh, I swear this has never happened to me before. And he kind of brings the rose up back to his mouth. He goes, "Is there? You're going to work, right? This is going to work." Yeah. He kind of like spits out some like nonsense in Elvish, and then he again touches the rose to the pentagram in the floor, and this time a silvery door springs to life in front of you. It glows, it lights up the entire room. It looks like the door to like a bedroom. It's like this ethereal silver light door just appears in the center of the room. He stands up and takes a step back and he goes, "Oh shit, it fucking worked. I mean, it worked! Yes! There's the door, yes. Step on through whenever you're ready."
Just looks slightly panicked about the fact that we're about to walk through a glowing door that he was not sure would even appear.
Fred's eyes narrow at him, but he looks at the door.
Just reaches out and grabs Naruko's hand.
I believe we wanted Arby to lead this group.
Always. Arby. I guess knock? Does knocking even work?
Galadriel kind of blinks as you go to knock, and he goes, "Just open it. You don't have to knock."
Arby turns its head with like a noticeable like squeaking of the gears as it stares at Galadriel, and then slowly turns its head back, and it still knocks on the door first. Does it actually knock, or does his hand just like pass into the portal?
It knocks.
Cool. Arby knocks 3 times. Waits to see if the door will open first, or if he will let himself in.
The door doesn't open. You just see Galadriel just kind of like shrugs his shoulders, like, "It's a door. Open it. I don't understand."
Narco just narrowed their eyes. You're the one who said that they are very big on being polite. So,
Right.
with that, Arby pulls at the handle and opens the door.
All right, love. Point taken. Yeah, I suppose you're right. As you open the door, there's like a bright kaleidoscope of color just spills through, and it's kind of blinding. Like you can't really see through it until you begin to walk through it. Is everybody walking through the silver door?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
As you walk through, you hear Galadriel's words one last time. Don't forget to wish her happy birthday, loves! And you step through the door. When you step through, there's a rush of multicolored light until the light kind of begins to die down and you find yourself standing on top of a massive tree trunk of a tree that has been kind of cut down. In front of you is an ethereal bridge, and you see two small figures floating in the air. One is a violet fairy dragon with a very large mustache, and Jenna, would you care to describe the other character that they see?
It's an 8-inch tall blue and purple pixie who immediately upon seeing them goes, "Oh my gosh, you look exhausted!" Wait, that was good, right? We're supposed to kill you? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Nope. You're not the ones I'm supposed to kill when you come through the door.
The fairy dragon shakes his head and he says, No, Leannon. They are the guests that Summer Queen is expecting. We have to lead them to where she is.
I already know that.
Well, then why did you contemplate killing them?
Because sometimes you have to. You just don't get it.
I get that they are guests and that they are wearing pins.
Do you see? This is why I have to come with you every time that we have to go somewhere now. Because this just doesn't work.
This is why I have to come with you every time you go somewhere.
You're just broken and mad because I threw you off of a balloon.
You can't throw me off of a balloon. I can fly.
Well, then why did you fall?
I did not fall. I flew.
Eventually.
He kind of... The fairy dragon shakes his head and kind of flutters over to you and he goes, Esteemed guests of the summer court, welcome. And he kind of does a bow in midair. He goes, My name is Sir Talamar. Welcome to the Feywild.
Hello.
This is Leannon.
Yep. Are you here to kill her? Because that would be so much fun.
No, it won't.
I think it will be hilarious. Ooh, you're pretty.
We are here to answer the invitation that was given to us.
Oh, someone's been bad. Got a letter. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Ooh,
Hello.
yeah, parts. Just gonna land on top of Ren.
Are very quick moving.
Yes.
Do you always move and speak so quickly?
Yes. Always. Unless I'm sitting. In which case, no.
Why?
To get to places faster.
Is it good to get to places faster?
Yes.
Why?
Because then you don't waste time waiting to get to the place that you want to go because it's so exciting to get there. Hey, did you guys want to go down the hallway?
What is down the hallway?
Probably the people waiting for you. I know my queen is.
Say, oh my god, I had
You're
no
a
idea
queen. That is Lorelei?
Nope.
No.
She's on. Be careful. I hope she doesn't eat you. Or maybe I do. But if she does, don't worry. I'll take your teeth and it will be fine. Tell her. Move.
I do not
You're
think I
so
want that. We were not prepared for this.
No. No one ever is. Guys are very slow. Move quicker. We've been waiting for here for like... See, he's quick. He knows. That's it. Go, go, go. Don't fall behind. If you fall behind, we can't find you later. Maybe, probably. I will find you, but not right now.
She never stops talking, doesn't she?
I thought there was no conception of time within the Feywild.
That's why it seems like she never stops talking.
Oh, I thought because in actuality she does not stop talking.
Uh,
Is that why she requires the additional teeth so that she may continue to talk?
you would think so, wouldn't you? Please follow me.
No,
Interesting.
Actually, expect
no,
Ah,
no,
was
no.
that
You're
the
following
word you were
me.
not supposed to use?
Apologies, Ren. What were you saying?
Is that the word you were not supposed to use, please? We were told there are words not to use.
Yeah, Calabar. Terrible Faye, really. I'm surprised he hasn't been eaten yet. Follow me, actually, not him. He is bad at his job and gets lost all the time. That's why I have to keep an eye on him, and it's so frustrating and so boring, and he's not fun at all, except when he's falling off of stuff.
That's not
But-
true.
You
Definitely true.
delivered the invitations, and you serve someone that is not who we have come to see.
Nope.
Then why would we follow you?
Because I gotta keep that one from figuring stuff out. She points at Talavar.
It seems you are effective at that, but I'm uncertain if that will benefit us.
In the long run? Probably not. But maybe.
I appreciate your honesty in this matter.
Of course. It's not fun if it's not the truth.
I was told that Faye could not lie. Is that true?
Correct.
But what if you are lying to me when you say that you do not lie to me?
Wow. If that were to happen, that would be crazy. I think the world would break, Fairy would be really mad, and then you die immediately.
Indeed.
Well, let's not do that.
Nope. I mean, you probably could, but then we'd find out, and then we'd find you. But you could run first, and that makes it fun.
You are concerning.
Yes. Wait, no, I'm not concerned. Concerning? I've heard that sometimes.
Indeed.
Yes. This way!
These two creatures lead you across the bridge and down a path. You kind of walk along mudded ground, and it almost kind of looks like what you're walking on is like the border of two different environments. To the left, you see a bunch of kind of like gnarled and twisted trees and spiked formations coming out of the ground with mushrooms and toadstools all around. The air is chilly on that side. The sky is this mix of like a light blue and pink. It has that feeling of being kind of cold and isolated and desolate. While to your right, it looks like a spring meadow. There are flowers and trees blossoming, blooming, thriving. The breeze coming from that side is warm and pleasant, and you can kind of feel something like a sun shining on the side of your face, warming your skin. You kind of move along uh, this kind of border until you come across a simple tea set up on this path with a large tree set up behind it. This tea set that you see, it's a small, humble little table. There are two chairs set up, and you see two women. Behind the chair, you see a tall, slender woman, pale white skin. Her lipstick is pure black. Her hair is platinum colored. She wears a long, flowing black dress, and a glowing blue pendant hangs on a necklace around her neck. She stands behind another woman, sitting in a chair, rubbing her shoulders. Jenna, would you care to describe the woman sitting in the chair?
Yeah. She's a 5'2" redhead who looks absolutely annoyed with the world, the universe in general, at least what's happening right here in this moment. She's also dressed in black. She's got a long pirate's coat on, 7-league boots. One of her feet are propped up on the table that this delicate tea set is set up on, and she is just staring out, it seems, anywhere but where she could see the woman above her, and her arms are crossed under her breasts, and she's just doing her best to seemingly ignore this person. She's got gold earrings, a gold necklace. There's a very large hat with an enormous feather that's seated next to her, hanging off the other chair.
The woman standing behind her, she says, "Ah, dear sister, you are so tense."
Not your sister.
Oh,
Not
we
your
are.
sister.
Yes, we're sisters. How could you say such a thing?
Look, Snow White.
That's not my name.
Not your sister. Oh, so surprising that we're just saying things that aren't true today.
You must lighten up. And she kind of looks up and she sees the group of you coming and she says, "Oh, Speck, you've brought our guests."
Yeah, I brought them. They're here. They're all here. I didn't take anybody's teeth, and Talabar didn't get lost. Again, not for any reasons that aren't my own.
Talabar flutters up to the redhead woman and gives a deep, genuflecting bow, and he says, "My queen, your guests have arrived."
Yes, Talabar, I can see everything you can see. Appreciate you following the orders I gave you. It's great.
Kind of stands
Go
up.
away.
He perks up and he looks all proud of himself. Do you wish me to leave?
Just go be of use elsewhere.
He looks around and he says, "There's nothing I see that requires my attention around here."
Just go to the left. Just go to the left.
Oh,
Be watching for spies. Go watch for spies.
oh!
Find a spy.
He kind of salutes and he says, "Yes, my queen, at once, right away." The other pale-skinned woman looks at Leanne and says, "Oh, why don't you go with him and keep him company, Speck? I'm sure he could use the help."
Company or company?
However you take to, I don't think there's a difference.
Nope. Yep, there is. Okay, goodbye.
Okay.
Talbar! Run.
No.
Run.
Those two will flutter away.
God, I fucking
Narc-
miss Leannon.
Right? She's great.
Narco is suddenly very happy that her servant doesn't talk.
You all got here quick.
We received the invitation, and it so happened that our means of conveyance intersected with the Leviathan rather quickly.
Funny
We
how
felt
that
that,
works, isn't it?
and also if we did not make ourselves appear here, it could potentially happen at a later time, not of our choosing.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely would have happened. Hello, welcome. Mab, get off of me.
Oh, dear sister, you like my neck massages? You are so in need of one.
I prefer to be tense.
She kind of holds her hands up and looks at you all and gives you a grin, and she says, "Aren't you going to introduce me to your guest, sister?"
Nope.
Always joking. Welcome to the Feywild, friends. My name is Mab. I am also called the Queen of Air and Darkness. May I have your names?
No.
What? I'm trying to be
No.
polite, sister.
You're trying to be Fey bullshit is what you're trying to be.
Fine, call it me. What may I
Not
call you?
subtle about it. You can call me Jade.
Jade.
Mrs. Mams. Miss Mams. Queens.
Just Mab is fine.
Mab. Your necklace is very pretty.
Oh, how nice of you to say. It's been in my family for a very long time.
You're literally your only family. It's just yours. You can just say it's yours.
You can deny being my family all you like, sister. Does not make it any less true.
Just rubs her eyebrow with her middle finger. Just. Anyway. You know what? I think it's getting so crowded in here. Why don't we go somewhere a little more private?
Looks around at the massive field surrounding you. Oh, I'm quite comfortable, sister. Are you not?
Wonderful. You get to sit here amongst your dead trees and drink your tea that doesn't even have the decency to have rum in it and enjoy the moment. I will return.
We get so few of these moments together, sister. I would be...
I'll see you every Thursday. Every Thursday. I'll see you.
Well, still, doesn't mean I can't miss my sister. Fine. Go off and have your little party without me. I'll do something to pass the time.
Yes, I'm sure. Conquer a kingdom. I'll do a thing. Be back in a little bit.
Fine.
You're not going to make me feel bad about this. I told you I have plans.
Sure you do.
For fuck's sake, Mab. Call your boyfriend.
Which one?
I don't know. Fucking call up Asmodeus. See what he's doing. He had a great time the last time.
He was good to kill an hour or two. Fine. Go have your little
Come back
party.
floating sideways again.
Well, Mab turns to look at you all, and she kind of gives like that finger wave, and she grins, and you can see pearly white teeth behind her black lipstick, and she says, "Enjoy your stay." And there is a wisp of winter wind with a swirl of ice and snow, and she disappears.
Dramatic bitch. Anyway, hello. Glad you all made it safe. I trust the experience was not unpleasant.
There was a minor issue with a duck.
The duck was concerted.
Oh, I can't say I've ever had a quarrel with a duck, but sure, they're beasts of assholishness. I'm sure it was terrible. You want to go out of this place, which gives me the creeps, and I don't even like it.
It is your meeting for conversation and refreshments. Is where we're standing here, is this the Briar? Or is that elsewhere?
Fuck off now. This is where Mab and I have to meet when we're transitioning seasons.
Is that due to happen? No, what time of year is it? I forget. I didn't double check the calendar.
We are
April.
mid-April right now, so we are kind of in the transition. It's like springtime, so kind of consider the transition between winter and summer.
Well, I will preface this by saying we ran into Caladriel on our way here.
Really now?
Yes, he had recently come aboard the Leviathan to enlighten himself as to what was going on. He also said that you would really appreciate it if we wished you a birthday. I take it that was some sort of jest on his part?
In the clear blue sky above you, there is a rumble of sudden thunder. And Lorelei just goes, I'm gonna eat him one day, and it's gonna be just great. No, not my birthday. Yes, it was a jest. Fuck off, cow. Can't have one fucking thing for myself. I will deal with that later. Anyway,
Like I said, now you know where he is.
he's always somewhere. Calls it. I swear, if I go to Leviathan and he is still there, I am going to it's not neither here nor there. Someone's getting keelhauled. It's fine. I'll bring him back. Let's all go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're all here. And she's going to hold on to each other or something. I don't know how it works on your end. And she's going to take you somewhere a little more comfortable.
Yuki will hold on to Jade.
Jade is holding so tight to anybody that's close by to her.
Marika was just one hand on Arby, the other hand on Jade. Immediately.
Are we
I think
supposed to form a
Jade
circle?
probably. Yeah, we're all in a circle holding hands.
Lorelei, do you wish to describe the transition?
So as everybody gathers round and holds hands, with Lorelei still the same distance away from you, she has not approached. There is a sudden tilt under your feet, and you didn't realize it before because Leviathan was so huge, but the movement is the same as it was when you were on the Busty Beluga, whose name I can't believe I just said, as if
Hell yeah.
the waves are slowly rocking you on a ship as the world doesn't drop out from under you, but suddenly everything around you shifts. There's a sudden tilt, and the colors blur and smear across each other, and then they brighten again to the other side, back to a gentle sway, and as it comes up and the colors around you shift again, suddenly you're in a comfortable looking cabin. There's dark wood and the smell of the ocean. You can hear the waves outside. The windows are vast and showing a sunset that you are sure wasn't there a moment ago in the place you just were. Skylights and sconces and candles alight the room. There are scrolls and books, parchments and pens and quills everywhere. It looks like you just stepped into a pirate captain's office. Oh, we lost me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm referring to your token, not to you in person.
Oh, okay.
It's alright. I'll find you.
Lorelei, look at the professor as we transition, as everyone appears here in this cabin as he falls backwards. Are you gonna be sick? In the corner. Aim for a bucket.
Do you have a bucket?
No. I'm not pussy, so don't get seasick.
I'm not seasick, I'm drunk. And that's very different.
Entirely different circumstance then. Yeah, hold on. Telvar. Bucket.
Sorry, that was habit.
That was gonna be sick. I love it.
That was amazing.
I'm good. No, I think I'm good. It's all right.
Did
I'm
you
okay.
swallow it?
Don't worry about it. Thanks for the bucket, though.
So, one thing, don't do that. And as she says that, Professor, you feel a very slight weight just settle on you for a moment. Best not to be throwing around words that indicate anybody's got any bit of a debt.
Oh, that was in the rules, wasn't it? I should have read that down. I usually write things down. Why didn't I write that down? Ren, why didn't I write that down?
You
Or
are
our hands to a copy.
Because you're inebriated.
right. Perfect time for you to come here.
It was not my choice, I assure you.
You had a choice.
They're not in, like, could have waited like an hour or something, but no, let's go Feywild. Let's do this. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Am I going to be like this
fine.
forever while we're here? With the time dilation and all the whatnot, am I just not going to sober up here?
I mean, do you want to be sober?
Well, I don't expect that I enjoy being drunk in the presence of. He kind of gestures to you, your whole body with his hand, like you. Based on all the things that I've heard about you, I would like to present myself respectably, and that is not going to happen right now, as we are.
You know what? I like this version of you better.
You know what? I'm okay with it. It's fine.
It's fine. Honestly, everyone should be drunk. We should all drink. Who wants a drink? Everyone sit down and let's have a drink. I did say drinks, refreshments, and food, I think was what I wrote down. I don't remember. Either way, you can have the food and drink. Freely given, no strings attached. Fuck, what else? Hospitality. Rules of hospitality. That's what it is. You're my guests, I'm giving you food and drink. That's the transaction that is. Bullshit. Anyway. So, pull up a seat. You're probably wondering what you're doing here.
Yuki will sit crisscross applesauce on the floor.
I have chairs. There's chairs.
This is fine. It is soothing.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable. It's fine. No, this is probably very... not the place anyone wants to be on a good day, let alone suddenly trying to
It
get
is
back at it.
quite a nice cabin.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Narco is staring at what appears to be a holographic projection table, just kind of like trying not to go goo-goo over how cool it looks.
Look, I can see you're all very tense. It is perfectly okay to ask questions. You look like you're about to pass out looking at the table. If you want to go look at the table, you can go look at the table. You can touch it. It's not going to break. Also, you, Professor, no, can't say it to fucking anyone. If you say it to me, I'm going to be a little bit nicer about it because it sucks. Everyone else is going to take advantage.
He gestures to Telvar. Even him?
Oh, him is his own thing. He's not fake.
Oh. Not Fey. Got it.
Telvar?
But you are in the Feywild, so even saying the word to someone within the Feywild is still binding.
Fuck, that's true. That is true. I forgot that. If you meet Telvar outside the Feywild, feel free to be as polite as possible and say all the necessary necessities that you like. It's better to just not do it here at all. Just don't do it. Say other
Perhaps,
things. Yes,
perhaps
Ren.
the
what were you
professor you should just not speak.
Yes, that does sound... Mm-hmm. He does the, like, the
Improbable,
climbs and
but
zipper over his
wise.
mouth.
Is Telvar? Are you another one of her knights or servants?
Yeah, Telvar, what are you? I like night. Night works for me. How about we do a night? I get you a knighthood. How does that go?
He just kind of rolls his eyes and goes back to reading whatever scroll he's reading.
Always in a book.
Hmm.
I think the appropriate term is consort. Little archaic though.
Oh, so he's a special friend.
Sure, yeah.
There is the slightest, like, twitch at the corner of his lips as you're talking about this.
I'm gonna keep talking about you. You're gonna be right here. You're not saying anything, so I'm just gonna keep saying stuff. He does that too. Yes, Nariko.
Did not. Well, I was about to say I didn't tell you my name, but then it was on my letter, so that's on me.
Yeah, a little disconcerting, isn't it?
Not really. I'm a public figure, so it wouldn't be too hard to find out. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's good to see that what you've done with your life.
You make it sound as though it's nearly over, and you're taking stock.
No. I'm not. That's okay. That came out ominous. That's ominous. Oi, fucking
Yeah.
everything I say anymore has to be fucking
I
calmed
mean-
down. Goddamn.
I presume that crossing paths into your domain, considering the incidents that we've been on the trail of, those are also of interest to you?
Wildly.
Makes sense. More so in your capacity as Summer Queen or as Thorn of the Black Rose, because some names came up.
Yeah, some names did come up. Look, let's all sit. I'll lay my cards out on the table. We can have a discussion. And at the end of this discussion, you can decide how you want to proceed with it. I'm not going to be angry. You're not obligated to agree one way or the other. But I would appreciate a partnership.
I do not understand. What is there that we can provide for an archfey?
You would be surprised.
Freedom of movement and freedom of action. For one. Remember, this place has a lot of rules attached to it.
Not only that, I'm in the transition period here right now. I can't leave. I'm not as free to walk about as I once was, as much power as I might have now. And you lot are surprisingly resourceful.
I'm going to interrupt real quick for a couple of things. First, Ren, as you are going through that bag of holding, as you pull out this bagel, you also pull out a spell scroll.
Ren looks at the spell scroll. This is not what I was requesting.
Please be stuck in the bagel hole.
Yep. It absolutely is. It absolutely is.
This is for you, this is for me. And Ren holds onto the spell scroll so he can open it up and look at it.
Oh, but that looks interesting too.
Not yours.
Fine.
Secondly, we are approaching 11 o'clock, so would you like to continue this conversation tonight, or shall we pick it up next week?
We'll pick it up next week because Neville has to go to bed.
Next week.
Yeah. Yeah, I would also like to do it next week. because I'd like to really take our time with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit happening.
Just a lot of
Oh,
bullshit.
there's gonna be a lot of bullshit happening.
Yeah.
I did just throw a lot of cameos out there.
It's great.
Good times.
So excited.
So before we break, I will say that Ren, as you go to read the scroll, you realize you cannot read it.
Yeah.
Ooh, mystery scroll.
Oh, is it the
Ren
same
rolls
right?
it back up to discuss things later.
Wonderful.
Bagel first, then we will talk. I will talk, you will not.
Just wait till I'm sober. I've got things to say.
We don't have to wait, but we're going to try.
All right.
You said first of all, was there a second thing?
Yeah, the second thing was we're approaching 11 o'clock.
Oh, sorry.
First thing was the spell scroll. Second is, do you want to pick this up next week?
Yeah. I was trying to give us nice cutoffs. Woo!
Oh man,
Nice work, everybody.
so many
Yeah,
cameos.
nobody died.
So many
We
cameos.
we screwed up our courage and walked through the doors twice.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well done.
Welcome to the Feywild, bitches. Strap in.
Inspirations tonight. I want to give one to the professor because that whole
Yes.
Hell yeah.
drunken rambling
Yep.
Fucking amazing.
outside of
Yeah.
Salty Jim's was amazing.
That was
All of it.
amazing the whole time.
Am I going to be stuck this way? Because I've got 2 inspirations already. I don't know if I can take any more.
Oh no!
But did
I'll
we do
ask-
say that we get a charge to the clockwork amulet?
I'll give
Oh.
I'll give you a second charge to one of your clockwork amulets. A one-time second charge.
I love that shit.
Sweet.
Nice.
I will take nominations for the second award.
Jenna for being like 3 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. I fucking miss Leannon.
Yeah, she's fun.
Leanna misses you too.
Bagel, bagel, bagel.
Bagel, bagel, bagel.
Bagel. I don't know. I think everybody had some really great moments tonight too. I mean, Yuki trying to reassure everyone and get us through, like trying to talk to us all very much like, guys, we can just go through. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine.
Oh, it's okay.
Fine.
Ren's revelations with Cal
Mm-hmm.
and still not losing sight of the goal that we have right now. Nariko with her badassery with James Whitclaw, who
Yeah.
apparently is probably going to be a problem later. That's a foreshadowing.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah.
it.
But he decided he wanted to be a problem now, so that means I don't need to hold back on shit talking him before he gets his comeuppance.
Nope.
Fair.
Oh
Fair.
man, isn't it great when you know where the enemies are and who they are, rather
If
than
they're
being
loud.
ambushed all the time?
My only regret is how'd you fuckers get a pin? And I was like, do you want to find out? You sound like you want to find out.
Sounds like you want to fuck around and find out.
Find out.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, no.
I will also say I really loved Ben jumping in as Telvars.
At the
It was-
same
It
time.
was so hard to not say anything more after that.
No, it was great because both Ben and Joe had the exact same read on
same
what
reaction.
Telvar would say in response.
And intonation, it was beautiful.
It was amazing.
So great.
Fucking Cal.
Oh man, I was when I
He
thought
is
of that
waiting.
when I thought of that reveal, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
He has been so excited for that reveal for so long.
Good. We like to see that.
Yeah, you do.
I love
No,
throwing all the
you
cameos
follow
in. That
them.
was
No, you do not. You do not follow them.
Can you?
I don't.
Get
I
off.
really don't.
That's true.
Get off.
Yeah, Narco stitched on Cal on everything to Lorelei, and she's not sorry.
Nope, you shouldn't
No.
be.
Nope.
Lorelei's gonna go keel haul somebody. It probably won't be Cal, but she'll feel better about it.
I mean, fair.
Truth be told, I don't think Galadriel really cares at this point.
Of course he
Also,
doesn't.
yes.
He knows he's gonna get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like just another slew of cameos too. I was.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that was.
I
Fun.
was very
I hope that
excited.
was fun for you guys too. That was fun. For
I was
Yes.
very
It was.
excited for Leannon.
Love cameos.
That's just the first set of them.
Truth.
Can't wait to hear Joe's Pip's voice.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna need a pack of halls.
Right.
Be a steam voice changer.
It'll be fun. He can have Pip and Sephi have a conversation with each other.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
I think at
Do your
that
vocal
point, someone
warm-ups
gets
first.
to play somebody.
Fuck! I forgot I get Sephi voice.
I mean, Sephi's got a good couple of decades. She may have matured a bit in her perception.
That's true.
Turn her into like a chain smoker and really go to hell.
She's just Elsa. She's been hanging out with Elsa for too long now.
Oh
She's
my
got a
God.
New York accent, Brooklyn accent.
So 20 years have passed. Sephi, her voice is not quite so squeaky, and Sephi is trying to rock a beard that he cannot pull off. That's it. That's all it's saying.
It looks really cute, honey. You did a really good job.
Don't lie. It's shit. You're trying though, I guess.
It's like Patchy.
Oh.
And it's
No.
on his scroll of names. It's just Patchy now.
Damn.
It came in fine, but he's wearing it in a like. There's some people who are out of fashion. He is way out of fashion.
So you have one of the long beards. That's
Yep.
Oh yeah. How many times has Lorelei yanked on that?
Probably every time she sees
Every
him.
single time she's seen him. Has
Yeah.
he cut it yet?
Yeah.
No. She's gonna keep doing it.
More cameos for later.
We're
So
later.
fun.
God, it's so much fun. I was so excited for Leannon.
She's so
Yeah,
fun.
and it's fun.
It's good time.
I'm gonna kill Televar one day.
It won't be hard. He doesn't have a lot of hit points.
No, he doesn't. He just keeps coming back is the problem. This is not the first time I've followed him into the woods.
Alright, guys, I do have to get to bed.
Lame. Good night,
I
though.
know.
Love you.
Good night. Love you
Good night.
guys.
Peace out, too, guys.
Love you. Good
I'm
night.
also out.
Eh,
Bye.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you. So much fun. How'd that go for you, Joe? Did you like it? Was it everything you hoped for?
Oh, it was great. It was good fun.
Joe, as you said, Telvar rolls his eyes. I was literally typing Telvar : rolls eyes.
Perfect.
Great.
That's how you know you've made a good character. They have a strong enough voice that even someone else can like hit all the pitches on them.
Amazing. Ben muted.
Uh-oh,
Who?
Ben's muted.
Why am I muted?
Oh,
I don't know. Oh, you're back now. Oh, I think you're
I wasn't
muted.
muted.
Really bad.
Oh, maybe. I've been having internet issues a lot lately.
Oh, okay.
oh, I think it's just the camera's like really lagging behind.
It's good, though. So what did we learn tonight, guys?
What have we learned tonight?
Always
Don't
not.
forget number one.
Don't forget rule
Yes.
number 1.
No, my internet
Matt
is
tried
fine
it.
right now.
Out the gate. Out the gate, Mab tried that bullshit.
Of course she did.
Of course she did.
Which you would think, the Queen of Air and Darkness would have gone with something a little less, pedestrian.
She's not
number
actually
one
trying to
movie
get him.
stuff.
She's just having fun.
But Naraka was concerned and was like, I am not speaking the word until this other lady's presence is explained because she was not part of the invitation. So
Yeah, you guys got here early.
It's their crossing of the seasons tea time. We only get to do this twice a year, sister.
Pretty sure you just made this up as an excuse to make me come out here.
Lorelei, everything is made up.
Like, I don't fucking know that. But I'm here.
You are here. And it is wonderful that you still show up every time.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna bite me in the ass one day.
I mean, I could if you like it.
First of all, that's gross. Second, my safe word is not one that I'm gonna tell you.
It would be important to know,
I mean,
though, don't you think?
We're not there yet.
I mean, because of the weird continuity of the Feywild, we're kind of the same person already. So this is really a formality. We could skip this step.
Also, it's weird because you keep calling yourself my sister, and it's just strange. When we're at the orgy, it's fine. Not right now.
Oh, boy.
Mab bringing on the tears. It's like, I'm just here all alone. Fuck off, you are.
I want to know what Lorelei wants,
You'll find out next
other
week.
than a partnership, like specific details.
You'll find out next week.
There's going to be a contract. I have papers with Mystic Mechanicus letterhead.
Oh, it's like bolded font. That's interesting. It's what? Thick cardstock. Got this special made. Good branding, though.
Branding.
PR's important, darling.
Should we have Lorelei give us a sign off for the recording?
If the branding becomes powerful enough, can I get access to branding smite as a spell?
That's amazing.
Just leaves an impression of like the Mystic Mechanics logo on somebody.
It's basically, it actually is a brand. It just
Your ass has been kicked by the Mystic Mechanicus.
Now you can show your shame to everyone. Let's see. Sign off is just fuck off out here.